refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome back to another episode of FFC. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing today? How are we doing? We are here. It is week 3 recap. Obviously, we're going into week 4, a quarter of the season. It's about to be squashed. Oh my God, it's moving so fast. I'm sad. We just started. We already at week 3. Oh my God. And the Dolphins look about as bad as they always will. Guess who we get to start off with because they play Thursday night? Yeah. Because we are starting off today with coaches recaps. So we have all the games that we played in week 3. Some were great, some were bad. Some we had some awesome upsets. Some games we had continuations of greatness like, I don't know, Daniel Jones. Which, by the way, does anybody remember a media... like, you know, one of those like what is it called? I can't think of the name. When you talk to players after the game, right? A little media post out, right? You had Malik Neighbors last year. He made a specific comment. He made a particular comment when asked about, you know, the Giants. Dude literally came out and said, the quarterback is not the issue. He kept it as simple as that. The quarterback is not the issue. Let's fast forward a year later. Jim Irsay passes away. God rest his soul. His daughters take over the business. Okay, one of them decides a lot of you men covet jobs. Now I'm not trying to make this that kind of episode, but let's recap a little bit. Tell me how many women run an NFL organization. Tell me, how many women run an NFL organization? There ain't that many. And if they do run the organization, is their brother not tagging along? Is their uncle not? Somebody is along as a male figure, right, in this world that they're trying to, you know, maneuver in. 3 daughters, ain't no man in charge. What she decided to do, one of those daughters, what she decided to do was go on the field with a headset and do her job. See, her job did not say she had to stay in the office. Her job didn't say she had to be like Jerry Jones. No, she is an Indianapolis Colts owner, and she made the decision to put everybody on the ups, meaning, look, do your job or you can go. And I'm going to watch you do your job or you can go. Who in this organization is threatened by her? And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. She didn't come out flexing. She didn't come out demanding. She came out with expectations of what her organization wants to look like. And with those expectations, with her presence on the field, the Colts are 3-0. Go figure. The Colts are 3-0, right? Daniel Jones is playing some of the best football he has ever. Mind you, this is what the Giants drafted him for This is just what the Giants couldn't get out of him. Sometimes those kind of situations unfortunately happen. What does it mean? The Dolphins didn't need to draft him. They needed probably other directions before quarterback. I feel like they did jump for quarterback a little too early just because Eli left and they needed to fill in this. It was a lot going on with why they went and got Daniel Jones, but it was the wrong reason why they went and got Daniel Jones. He has 3 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns, and no turnovers. Jonathan Taylor, leading rusher in the NFL right now. I kept him in the top 10. Leading rusher in the NFL. Where Derrick Henry, at his aging of age, can't seem to hold on to the football. If y'all really want to know what's going on with Baltimore, we'll get to that in a minute. we'll get to that in a minute. So the Colts right now are leading the division. They're headed in the right direction. And it's because of how man ownership is taking care of their home. Meaning, yes, they're not micromanaging. She wants to make sure the person that is calling plays is doing their job. She wants to make sure that the quarterback that's throwing the ball is doing his job. She's doing her job. As the owner, we just ain't never seen nothing like this before. That's the difference. I love it. I wish every owner who is paying $250-something million guaranteed, $280-something million guaranteed, I wish all these NFL owners would get on the field and go watch their money go down the drain. Maybe it'll stop. Maybe we'll find a better way to allocate funds because half of these quarterbacks do not deserve none of this money. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know, $53 million to Tua Tagovailoa. And what did Tua Tagovailoa do after glazing Josh Allen just days prior, right? What did he do in this game? Oh, I don't know. Let's see. 4th quarter. Ball is in Tua's hands. All you got to do is go score. You love throwing interceptions. I ain't seen a 4th quarter where Tua took over yet. I've not seen a 4th quarter where Tua has won the game. I have not seen a 4th quarter where Tua has not made a stupid mistake. You got Baker Mayfield with this sorry Todd Bowles head coach and defense. I am so sorry. Not the players on that defense, the formation in which this man runs his defense. This is why Baker Mayfield has to come out in the 4th quarter, Mr. MVP, and I don't want to hear nothing else about it. Mr. MVP got to come out here every game and go win it. Because his defense can't hold nobody. His coach can't do nothing about it. So he got to go do something about it. Mr. 6. You better stop playing with Mr. MVP. Gets the job done. Tua can't do that. When Tua first came out and they had this whole thing with the coach, I was asked, what do I think about Tua? And my personal opinion was, I don't have a problem with Tua. I think he's a good quarterback on the right team, with the right weapons, with the right everything. But what I noticed watching Tua in games in his rookie season and in his going into his second season, this is what I saw. Even with Tyreek Hill when he came over there, this is what I saw with Tua. Game on the line. 4th quarter, Tua can't win. This is what else I saw about Tua. He has a strong arm, and anytime the ball is over the opposite 40, he can go score. If Tua got to start at the 20, get that punter ready. There's not a consistent drive Tua has ever made driving 80 yards. He can't do it. And if you are a football coach, if you're a football quarterback, and you have issues taking the ball up the field for 80 yards on a significant drive, that's a problem. He can't do it. He can fly the ball up the field all he wants. He cannot methodically drive for 80 yards. He cannot pick a defense apart within 80 yards, within a 5-minute span, within a 3-minute span. You all sit here gasping for your word lives because Tom Brady made a miraculous comeback. If you would watch football, you would have seen Tom Brady has been doing that in the regular season for years. Been down 3 touchdowns, been down 4 touchdowns, came back 1, came back, lost by 1, because that was what San Francisco when Kaepernick was the coach, Harbaugh was the quarterback when Harbaugh was the coach. Tom Brady was down 28-0. He lost 31-30. So this was nothing new. Y'all gotta watch sports. You gotta watch the game. That was nothing in that Super Bowl against the Falcons. Why? Because for years I have watched the Patriots do something specific that I don't know if other people just aren't getting it or they just don't want to do it, which is fine. You run your plays how you run your plays. But this is why they couldn't be stopped. It's because with 10 minutes left in the second quarter, the Patriots are running 2-minute drills. With 8 minutes left in the third quarter, every drive, the Patriots run a 2-minute drill. That's why they're going up down the damn field, getting field goals, go down the field, getting touchdowns. Because they are doing 2-minute drills. It's not that they're using clock or managing clock. They're literally doing 2-minute drill. 2-minute drills are what we learned to get down the field in 2 minutes, right? That's what you learned in Little League football, in Pop Warner football, high school football, college football. This is what you learn. 2-minute drills. All they did was take it from the 10-yard line and started at the opposite 20 and went down 80 yards in 2 minutes. See, y'all not paying attention. That is methodical at its best. That is artwork. Not everybody can do that. You got a couple of teams now that have picked it up over the years, and if they depending on if they got the right quarterback, they can adapt to it and do it. But Patrick Mahomes is one. 2 minutes. You get that man 2 minutes, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Certain quarterbacks, that 2-minute drill, they can do it. They can do it within the 80-yard span. That is not easy. It's really not. You got to be that guy. You got to be somebody. Peyton Manning can do it. Drew Brees could do it, but they weren't doing it on a regular. Peyton Manning played without a damn playbook, so his drills were a little different. So it's all about what the quarterback can handle and deliver. And that's what the Patriots were just able to do that whole time. And that's like, are y'all not watching this? Y'all making it seem like they're doing something spectacular. No, they're not. They're doing the same plays they've been running this entire lives. They're just doing it now in a 2-minute span. That's it. That's it. They didn't make it hard. Because what a 2-minute span does is it allows you to come back in spaces. Like you 2 minutes field goal. Now let your defense go out here and work. Now, instead of a 2-minute drill, we got to get that defense a break, some rest. Let's work this ball for about 4 minutes. But we got to make sure we get down the field. We got to get first downs. We got to get in the end zone or another field goal. Now that 4-minute drill is over with, we still got time on the clock. 2-minute drill, field goal. Let's go. Points. That's all the Patriots did was beat you up by points. Seattle Seahawks beat you up by points back then with Russell Wilson and the 12th man because they had a running game. Patriots had a running game. You guys have to understand you got to put it all together. You cannot heavily rely on somebody to do everything. Y'all keep relying on Josh Allen to do everything. Then this ain't no Josh Allen slander, but this is why it's been taking Josh Allen so long to get to the Super Bowl. You paid him all this money and you said, go do it alone. That's what he's been doing. That's why I can sit and call this man a god of fantasy football. But that's why I can sit here and look you in the face and say, oh no, he's going to get Pat. He's going to lose. They ain't beat Pat yet. He'll probably do it this year if he has home field advantage and Pat got to go to Buffalo. Yeah, they're gonna make it a good game too. Chiefs might be up 2.5 touchdowns, 2.5 scores, make a miraculous comeback like week one. We'll see what the NFL got planned for us. We'll see. All right, so let us head over to the box scores and look at what we did for week 3. I know I lost some games this week because the Steelers lost, which kind of shocked me a little bit. All right, so as we talked about, Dolphins took another L. Dolphins actually should get a win against the Jets this week. Like I said, they're not, unless this was a blowout game, they were going to fire McDaniel. They're not going to fire McDaniel yet. They're going to let this thing ride out the rest of the season. Again, there is nobody on this coaching staff that's going to take over this Miami Dolphins team and make them win. Ain't going to happen. So stay with what you got. Finish paying this man out. Do what you got to do to look forward to next year. Start your head coaching searches now. That's all you can really do. And all you're going to do is let the man finish up the season. All right, Packers and Browns. This was another shocker. I thought the Packers were actually going to go into this game against the Browns and an old quarterback and handle business. They hit a little stint in the road on the road, by the way. They were not at home, they were on the road. Packers do they do tend to play a little light-footed on the road. It's weird. And I think that's why I haven't only winning 11 games and haven't losing 6 games, because those 6 games are going to be, they shouldn't have been against the Browns, but they're going to be against away teams that they're going to, basically do this to them, put them in a position where they have to win, or they're going to, it's at 10 points against the Browns to me was, well, I'm not going to say it was ass, because here's the thing. Browns have not allowed that many points this season. The defense is not bad at all. Defense so far is playing like a top 10 defense right now. So they only allowed, 17 points to the Bengals in week 1. Week 2, Ravens put up 40. But on average, they haven't put up that many points. So good win for the Browns. I would say it's a bad loss for the Packers. Like, I don't think they should have lost this early to the Browns. Like, I thought they were a little bit tougher than that, and I need them to get some grit if they're going to basically be my playoff pick, or my Super Bowl pick for the NFC. Buccaneers, Jets. This was a nail biter because Todd Bowles' defense is trash. I have no idea how you let Tyrod Taylor put up 27 points on your defense, Todd Bowles. Like, are you kidding me? I hate that man. He's trash. But thank God for Baker Mayfield. Mike Evans is going to be out. I think they said 3 to 5 weeks, so he should be headed to IR for a little bit. All right, so they got to just develop. All that means is income Kate Otten. It doesn't mean anything too horrible. It just income Kate Otten for some more touches. So if you need a tight end right now, Cade Otten for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is a great pickup right now with Mike Evans being out. All right, Raiders, Commanders. And like I told you guys, the Raiders aren't winning that many games this year. Like I gave them 6. This was a loss that I gave them. So I think they just surprised everybody when they won in week 1 against the Patriots. But the Raiders aren't good. They don't really have one. They don't have any receivers. The one receiver that they have, he wants to leave. They got to, it's a rebuild. It's a rebuild behind Geno, who's going to get replaced, if not this draft, the next draft. So right now we are 1, 2, or 3-1 right now. All right, Jaguars, Texans. I did pick the Jaguars to beat the Texans. Again, I told you guys the Texans are bad, bro. They're 0-3. Headed into another tough week. It's they don't have anything. You got CJ Stroud, you got Nico Collins. What else? Defense took a hit in injury this year with Stingley. And that's one of their best safeties. So it's gonna be a rough season. You thought it was rough last year. I hope y'all stayed away from Stroud in fantasy. Eagles, Rams. So this is a weird game for the Eagles. I think what it was, they said the Eagles at one point had a total of 33 yards. A total of 33 yards or 34 yards. And then they picked it up and won. Again, I told you guys, the Eagles are just trying to win games right now. They're not trying to cause injuries to themselves. It's not like they're walking on water, walking thin line. They're being cautious. They're 3-0, and y'all mad at them because they're not doing what? They're not throwing for 340 yards. They're not throwing for 4 touchdowns in a game. The score is 33-26. What did they do? They won. Y'all get too caught up in fantasy at times. You guys forget this is still football. It's still football. Fantasy is an added it's an added entity. But at the end of the day, it's still football. And at the end of the day, a dub is a dub. And that's what they're 3-0. Can't be mad at a man. You can't be mad at a team that went out there and won the football game. Because A.J. Brown only had 1 catch? Well, did you have to draft A.J. Brown? No. You didn't have to. You could have went anywhere else. Just saying, you chose him. So that's what your roster will have to look like right now. Unless you trade him away, unless he starts picking, he ain't a bad receiver. They are just, they're not doing what everybody is expecting. They're doing what they want, and what they want to do is win football games. I don't know what else to tell you on that end. What I will tell you is this: I told you all Devontae Adams was going to eat for the Rams. I told you guys that. He is having a great time. I love his energy for these guys. Rams are going to be fine even after this loss. Again, a lot of teams are going to lose to the Eagles. I got the Bucs losing to the Eagles. I got the Rams or the Green Bay Packers losing to the Eagles. And all three of these teams are still going to be in the playoffs with the Eagles. Colts, Titans, 41-20. The Colts have taken over this division because who did they beat already? They beat Miami first. Who was week 2? Was that the division game? No, they beat the Broncos 29-28. That one, again, they shouldn't have won that one. But a penalty is a penalty. And they got called. But yeah, they won. They beat the Titans. They're young. They got a young quarterback. They got a lot of kinks to work out. So I'm not gonna beat up on them yet. I'm not gonna bother with them because everything I see from them is fine. They need more. Oh no! Say bye to Mike Evans, everybody. It's that and I think this might be his first hamstring, and that's it. Like once that hamstring go. The hamstring and their groin, bro. They were the two for these receivers. Once they go, you can say bye-bye to that speed. You can say bye-bye to all that action. They're going to be injured. They're going to be in and out of games. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. He's at that age, though. He's at a prolific career. It's just sad to see that hamstring come right now in the season that you need the Bucs to do it. That's the hamstring came for him. All right, so we got, let's see. We got Bengals, Vikings. Vikings beat the Bengals up 48-10. One of those weird games with a backup one. Carson Wentz is more than a backup, though. Let's be real. Colts, Vikings kind of got dead lucky with landing him because they got a backup quarterback with starting quarterback attributes. That's very dangerous for any team. You don't have film on him, obviously, because it could have went the other way, but it didn't. They went in Carson Wentz's way. That's another loss. I picked the Bengals. All right, Falcons, Panthers. That's another loss because I picked the Falcons and they got put up a donut. So my only issue with Atlanta was that they paid Kirk Cousins money. You didn't have to pay Kirk Cousins money to come play for you. I don't know what his agent told you, but you didn't have to pay him any money. You could have let him come over there and play for you. You could have gave him a little contract, but you didn't have to pay him anything guaranteed. Kirk Cousins was going to come over there and play football for you. You understand what I'm telling you? Kirky was going to come ball for you, Atlanta. And he did just that. And he had a little stint. And then you got scared. And then you benched him for your rookie because you really thought he was your guiding light. You didn't even. Apparently, it was a bad draft pick to begin with, and how you thought that was going to turn into greatness was weird. It was very weird, Atlanta. You went the wrong direction in the draft. You went the wrong direction in free agency payment. Then you went the wrong direction in mid-season turnaround. Like it nothing worked out right, and then you decided to stay with Penix because that was your future anyway. So why not? And he has played like booty since he's been here. 0 points. That's your future, Atlanta? 0 points? That's what you give in the city of Atlanta? They are already hard fans to be dealing with anyway. You can't send nothing in that city and make these people happy unless you go over and out the way for these people. And this is what you decided to give the city of Atlanta? Okay. Well, Michael Penix about to have a bad year. And so is Atlanta Falcons. They better look about as bad as Miami Dolphins. All right, Steelers. Finally, another win. Steelers beat the Patriots 21-14. I mean, it wasn't one of those like they didn't. It was just familiar divisions or some familiar teams, different quarterbacks, different era. And the first time Aaron Rodgers was trying to beat the Patriots. He had to go to a whole nother team to do it. But good game for the Patriots, good game for the Steelers. Steelers are now 2-1, I believe, or 3-0, because I don't think they lost a game yet. All right, Seahawks and the Saints. Again, I told you guys, the Saints are bad. Spencer Rattler, not a good quarterback. I don't know who picked these people. Penix, Rattler, who is the GM? Bye, you're fired, all of you. I don't understand this crap. It's like, what did you see? If it's not your fault, the scouts need to be fired. What did you see in any of these players? They're trash. You know that, right? They're garbage. Hot garbage. Set the crap on fire. This is ridiculous. 13 points, 0 points. These are your starting quarterbacks. At least Cam Ward put up 21 in his loss. And wait a minute, because this is the same guy who ain't got no primetime game. Let me look at the Colts or the Tennessee Titans in week 2. 19 points in week 2. This is a rookie quarterback, ain't never stepped on a football field before, got up 19 points. Okay. Where you at again, Cam Ward? Because it's almost like they're forcing me. It's not like I hate the kid, but I can almost guarantee y'all gonna make me buy a Cam Ward jersey just because of the hate that you guys are putting on this kid. No primetime games. Not one. Right? Not one. Where you at? Where's week 1? Titans, 23 points. No, that's preseason. My bad. Pretty good preseason. Okay, 12 points against the Broncos in week 1. But his points have literally climbed each and every week. They are actually trying to get better. And you got these fools putting up 0 and 13. And they've had play time since last year. Scouts, GMs, I need answers. Chargers, Broncos, it was a nail biter, but the Chargers pulled out the win, and they're now 3-0. Bears beat up on the Dallas. Hey, Cowboys, your defense is doo-doo. Why y'all, what? So you paid Dak an extension. You gave CD money. He barely playing, right? You got no running back. And where's your money on defense? Who did you pay? Who did you pay? You kept Stephon Diggs. All he did when he came back from injury was get sauced by every receiver he is lined up against. They are drizzling all over this dude. At this point, he need to put his hands in the air and ask for help because it's getting bad out there. Dallas, this is the Bears? You let the Chicago Bears put up 31 points on your defense? It's not surprising. You did it last week against the Giants. You let them do it. You just won because they went into overtime. I'm surprised you won that, to be quite honest with you. What is going on in Dallas? It is time. Look, bro, I'm dead ass. If we need to bring out the rockets, if we need to pull out the air show, if we need every mega firework that we can find to give Jerry Jones the send off he so desperately deserves, so he can go sit his punk ass at home and let somebody else run this team, because I am really, really getting sick and tired of this garbage. Like, Jerry, it is you. It is you. It's not the coach. It's not the defensive coordinator. It's not the GM. It's not the president. It's not the cleaners. It's not the dishwashers. It's not your restaurants. It's not your city. It's you. You are the oldest fish that has sunk to the bottom of the sea, and you will not give up your team. And they look like hot garbage. I don't know. I don't know what your deal is outside of looking at black men's penises, but this has got to stop. You are the worst owner the NFL has in its current history right now. You do not make any significant changes to your team. If it ain't Jerry's way, it ain't no way. You don't make good coaching hires. You do not do anything right for this team except go on the media and blast whatever you want to blast to make this team look good. And they look bad. Tired of it. If nobody else wants to say it, I'm a little streamer. I ain't got nothing going on in my life. I cook in the kitchen. I can sit here and cuss your name all day and nobody will care. It's you, Jerry Jones. It's you. You are the worst owner the NFL has right now. And until Jerry Jones, actually knows what the word retirement means, the Dallas Cowboys will never see a Super Bowl as long as Jerry Jones is alive. Rant over. Cardinals, 49ers, 15-16. This was horrible. This was an ugly game. This game was, and I get it. Purdy didn't play. They were rocking with the backup, and he won 16 points. I get it. The Cardinals, you got another bad one. This little boy has run around in a circle his entire career. You paid him $283 million guaranteed, and you have done nothing with Kyler Murray. You have done nothing with this dude. He cannot throw the ball to any receiver and make them great. He can't do anything right with except for running. Dude, like, he's not a track star. This is not a track field. This is a football field. The quarterback sits in the pocket. They sit there for 2 to 3 seconds. They take a drop back. They throw the ball. They step into their throw. They eye the ball. They have accuracy. They have aim. They have strength. He has nothing. Nothing. And he's an NFL quarterback. What? Why am I doing this today? Oh, simply just because I've been saying this for so long that now it feels like this is the year all my praises will be sung. Like, well, everything I've said bad about Kyler Murray, this is last year. This is last year. Spencer Rattler, you will be gone. Who that other one? Michael Penix, you getting another quarterback will be on your team next year. I can promise you that. This is bad quarterbacking, worse than I've ever seen to start off a season. I don't. You got Chiefs, Giants only put up 9 points because, bro, Russell, you just got benched for Jackson Dart. They sat here and put this man in the game on 2 plug-in plays. Talk about design. There were no design plays. They wanted to let this kid feel the energy of an NFL game before giving him the starting role. That's exactly what that was. He played 2 drives. One of them was extended. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Bye, Russ. You got benched. And if I'm Chicago, if I'm the Giants, I'm gonna shuffle things up, bro. Give me Winston as my backup. Give me Winston as my backup. You want to know why? Winston's arm is stronger than Russell Wilson. So if Jackson Dart goes down, give me Jameis Winston to push the ball down the field. Will he throw a pick or 2 or 3? Yes. But he'll also give me 3-4 touchdowns too. Give me Jameis Winston behind Jackson Dart. I don't want no more Russell Wilson. He need to go ahead, lay up with Sierra, go have some more babies, because it seems like that's all his fat belly ass want to do all of a sudden nowadays. It's like he got all this money now. It's almost like football has become a job to him. Like, he's just going to work and he makes his hourly pay and he's just gonna go home, win or lose. We don't need that in New York. And I'm sorry, this is not the media to be acting like this is. It certainly is not. It's time. I get it. I'm with it. I'm with Jackson Dart. I just hope he has a good season. I hope he has a good game coming in because he has a tough game coming in. He's going up against the Chargers. I don't think he's going to win that game. But I just hope it's good enough for his skills to develop well in this game. It doesn't look like they made a mistake starting him, but they can't keep going forward with Russell Wilson. 0-3, your best game was against the number 32nd defense, Dallas Cowboys. Oh, you thought they was not last place? Come on, bro. They've given up the most yards in the NFL so far, and it's only been 3 games. Here. Let's just play this game. Oh, yeah, we're still on Dallas. Dallas. I need y'all to listen to this right now. It's time. I'm not even playing. It's time for Jerry Jones to go. It's time for Jerry Jones to go. It's time. He has to go. He has to go. The Dallas Cowboys have allowed, and this year it's only been 3 games, bro. It has only been 3 games. They have allowed 2,758 total yards on this defense. You've got to be kidding me. There has to be other teams on there right now that have allowed more. There has to be. Because that is absolutely embarrassing, and that is ridiculous. He has to go. The Dallas Cowboys would never be anything as long as Jerry Jones is the owner. As a matter of fact, that 9-8 record I gave them, possibly win 10-11. Give me 7 games for the Dallas Cowboys. They're not winning more than 7 games this year. They are, bruh. Watch Jackson Dart come in and win 6-8. Put Dallas in last place. If the Giants with Jackson Dart end up in 3rd place, I'm sorry. The banners need to be hung up. Fire Jerry Jones. I don't know how you fire an owner. I really don't. But I don't know what else you want to say. The Dallas Cowboys, every time hey, man, what you think about the Cowboys this year? Oh. That's all you get out of me. What else am I supposed to say? As long as Jerry Jones is sitting there running the team, it's they won a game? They lost a game? You ain't getting nothing else out of me? Nothing else, not as long as Jerry Jones is with this team. Sorry, I can't do it anymore. I personally, I can't do it anymore. I'm done with him. Like, this is bad. 14 points against the Chicago Bears. Not nobody else on this organization, not nobody else in the NFL has a problem scoring against the Chicago Bears. And all you put up was 14. You picked up George Pickens for what? You don't give him the ball. 31 points the Bears put on you. You let Caleb Williams throw for 4 touchdowns. I didn't even want to ask how many touchdowns have been allowed on this Dallas. Because after seeing that 2,700 yards has been put on you, bro, I don't even think a quarterback in the NFL right now has 27 passing yards, to be quite honest. I really don't. The leading rusher ain't even breaking that. Jonathan Taylor ain't even 3 games, bro. It's only been 3 games, bro. A team should only have wow. What's 3 times? Okay, Google, what's 3 times 300?
3 times 300 is 900.
You hear that? I hear that, right? Y'all heard what Google just told me. For 3 games, if it's just passing, right? Let's say it's just passing. 900, right? Right? If a team put up 300 passing yards on me a game for 3 weeks, it's only 900 yards, right? Okay, Google. What is 150 times 3?
150 times 3 is 450.
Okay. So we're doing basic math. We're just doing basic math. 150 yards a game by a running back, right? If they played 3 running backs each week, right? Now 1 running back each week, and each running back got 150 yards and put this on this defense, it's only 450 yards. Okay. Okay, Google. What is 900 plus 450?
900 plus 450 is 1,350.
Okay. 1,350. So if a team averaged 300 passing yards on you and 150 rushing yards on you for 3 games, your defense would have only allowed 1,350. Your defense has allowed 2,700. You doubled that. Dallas, it's time for Jerry to go. 2,758 yards. It's time for Jerry to go. That's how many yards have been put on this defense already in week 1, or within 3 weeks. All right. So good game for the Chiefs. Patrick got a win before his birthday. I mean, look, I had the Chiefs in my record in my prediction in the summer. I had it in the first 3 weeks. I had them 1-2. At the end of the year, I have them 11-6 or 11-7, 11-6, 11-6, 10-7, 11-6. I have 11-6. So I have them 5th seed in the playoffs. Again, the Chiefs will be fine. The Chiefs do need to go out here and go get somebody. They need another receiver, but they'll be fine. All right, our Monday night game we had was a different version of the Ravens that I saw. And this is what I'll tell you. They lost 38-30 to the Lions. I still don't believe in the Lions too much. That was a good game that they put up though. For the Ravens, let me keep it simple. Calm down. Calm down. Everything's gonna be okay. Relax. Calm down. You've got to find balance in your offense. You strike a lot, whether it's running, whether it's passing. You strike a lot. The Ravens need to find balance, and they need to find it now between week 4 and 7. Okay, they need to find that balance now, so that weeks 8 through 14, they're playing and running the game the way they want without having these gimmicks. Like Derrick Henry was fumbling so bad yesterday or Monday. Buddy smashed his helmet and fumbled. Like, hey, the antics that are getting caught on the sideline this year between that Tyreek, like, bro, it's the cameramans are going crazy. What if this Marshawn too? Y'all know Marshawn got a camera now. He out there with the camera team. I'm just saying. Oh man, like it wasn't a good day for the Ravens. They strike on offense. They have to find a bit more of balance with passing and running. It's like, again, they just like to punch you and hit you and strike. And it's not going to win you a lot of games. It's going to win you most games. Again, they get you to the playoffs, and then come playoff time, your defense ain't going to let you do that crap. And then now what? Now we're sitting here saying, oh, here we go. Lamar Jackson in the playoffs again, not throwing well in the playoffs again. So, God, they need to calm down, and they need to find a rhythm and not panic. Because it almost seems like they get into panic mode a little bit sometimes. But they need to calm down. I know they're excited. I know they want to win. I know they're trying to make it happen now. And I feel like that's the bug that's going to bite them. Is they're just going to be too aggressive. And it's not going to end out very well for them. But good game for the Detroit Lions. All right. So we have gone through. Oh, let me go count. Because what were we? We were 15-2 week 1. And then 13-4 in week 2. So let's see where we are in week 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, we only got 11 wins. Oh, it's getting tough. We only got 11 wins. How many losses do we have? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so 11 wins, and that can't be right. We got more than 4 losses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 11-5. I got to recount week 2. I think I got week 2 wrong. But not right now. when I do my collective and put like my total, I'll do that and make sure I get my numbers right. But today we're 11-5 for week 3. All right. All right, guys. So your favorite part of the show is coming up. We're going to be answering some questions here in fantasy from the comments. I'll be there in just a moment. Real quick, we're going to go on a quick commercial break. And when we do return, again, we will get right into our questions that you guys have for Coach. All right, so we'll be right back.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Han.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, like told me, keep on running toes. They gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. All right, ooh, we are in deep with the chat. All right, let's get started. Here we go. We got Frizz. How we doing? Thank you for tuning in. I got Drake May. I don't trust Kyron. Should I trade away Murray, Kyron, and Keon Coleman to get Bucky? I like you not liking Murray. That's good. And you're not trusting Kyron because I'm assuming Blake Corum. And Bucky's going to get some good touches, especially with Mike Evans being out 3 to 5 weeks. If you can, because you're trading away 3, try to see, unless your roster doesn't need it, but if you can, try to do a 3 for 2 instead of a 3 for 1. See if there's somebody else on his roster that you can also take for him. But I'm okay with that trade. Like I said, you like Drake May. Excuse me, I like Drake May. I do have them second place in the NFC or AFC East behind the Bills. So that's, they'll have maybe 9, hopefully 10 wins this season. But yeah, try to see if you can make that one a 3 for 2 trade. Broly, my boy, how we doing today? How we doing? What we got for me? What you got for me? You got Kyron, Javonte Williams, or Hampton single flex non-PPR. Ooh, non-PPR. I would go with Javonte Williams non-PPR, and Hampton. Kyron is sharing the backfield. Only way you want to touch Kyron with him sharing the backfield is in PPR because of touches. If this is non-PPR, you can't do Kyron. We got to go with Javonte Williams and Hampton. Let's see. Trade Derrick Henry and Keon Coleman for ETN and Olave. I have Henry, JT, Cook, and Tootin for my running back, but my wide receivers are Ridley and Wilson. Oh, it's a 12 man. God. All right. Not Olave. ETN, maybe. I would actually try to see if I could trade Derrick Henry and Coleman for 2 receivers. So you got JT, you got Cook, and you got Tootin. So I would try to trade Derrick Henry for 2 wide receivers. If you, I would. That might not work because his issue. I don't know. Let me see what I can finesse for you. Let me let my brain churn. Real quick. Real quick, what's in your waiver wire for wide receiver? But that's the first thing. Check your waiver wire. Let me know what you have. Let me know what you have in there, and then we'll go from there. Nerori, how we doing? Tyler, what's good? Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. Speaking of Baker, news on Godwin. Let me check that for you real quick. Because he has, yeah, right. With Mike Evans being out, we got to see if our boy's coming back. Give me 1 second. All right, they have him listed as questionable. Okay. Chris Godwin has a strong chance of playing in week 4 as the Dolphins take on the Eagles. Eagles have they have quite possibly the worst secondary right now. So that's a good thing, especially for MVP Baker. Godwin has yet to make his season debut, obviously, as he works back to pair a procedure of left ankles. Let's see. The veterans pass catching practice status this week should be the indicator. So that's what we have to do. Because that's what I was looking for. That's what we got to do. With Chris Godwin, his estimated turn is the 28th. That would be Sunday, right? Yeah, that would be Sunday. What we have to do is make sure we're paying attention that he practiced today, tomorrow, and Friday. When that injury report comes out on Friday at 4 p.m., is when we know what we can do with Chris Godwin. And right now, there's nothing we can say or do outside of him being questionable because practice hasn't even happened yet. So, again, we got to hear the reports this afternoon if he attained practice, if it was a light practice, or if it was full practice. If he full practice on Wednesday, I'm telling you right now, that's one of the best signs you can have. If he doesn't full practice today, we have to wait till Thursday. But if he is in full practice today, that is probably the best news we could hear for Chris Godwin. We got, should I buy low on T. Higgins? That's a tough one. What? Let me see. A J-Mo for T. Higgins swap. The guy with T. Higgins is 0-3. Let me see. I'll give you my answer right now. So I told y'all Detroit. I know. So Detroit put up a big points, right? Twice. Against Chicago, against this last week, right? But here are some significant numbers I need you guys to pay attention to. Because the same person did not get the ball at the Rams. Okay? J-Mo is fast. J-Mo is taking the double coverage. You'd be a fool to put this man against one person. I forgot the dude's name. He was the big receiver for the Rams. I forgot his name. But he was also taking on double coverage. So he didn't see the ball. You know who did see the ball? The tight end. The running back. And Brandon Cooks. Why? Single coverage. This is where Jared Goff likes to go with the football. J-Mo in his first 3 games has only had 5, 4, and 3 targets. And his 4 targets that he only caught 2 passes, and he had 108 yards. But the balls where he's gotten more targets, more catches, he's only had 23 yards, 43 yards. He has 1 touchdown on the entire season. They play Cleveland, who has not allowed, outside of one team, over 17 points. Real quick. Whereas on Mara is seeing 6 targets, 11 targets, 8 targets, 4 receptions, 9 receptions, 7 receptions, 3 touchdowns, 1 touchdown. You see where I'm going? Hold on. Sam Laporta in his 1980s mustache. 9 targets, 4 targets, 4 targets, 6 catches, 3 catches, 4 catches. Are you guys getting where I'm not even going to look at the running back. Are you getting where I'm going? So, unfortunately, as fast as he is and as good as he is, Jared Goff ain't going over there with the ball. So, yeah, I would actually make that trade for Higgins because one thing we do know is what? Jake Browning is going to push the ball to T. Higgins. So, that's where I would have to go. Let's see. News on Goodwin. Yeah, I checked. Like I said, we're gonna have to wait and see after practice this week. He's gonna practice this week. And if he has a full setup, if he has even on Wednesday, if he's full practice on Wednesday, Chris Scott he should be good to go come Sunday. If he's not full practice on Wednesday, you got to basically wait till Friday's injury report to see what's going on, basically. And pay attention to ESPN, NFL Network, the tickers. They'll have information about practices and they'll have information about if a player, they'll talk about it as well. Who we got here? Bodega Prince. How we doing? I like that name. How we doing, my boy? Let's see. Thank you for tuning in. Should I start A. Minor or D. Smith or McConkey? McConkey. I would start McConkey. McConkey is playing against the Giants. What more do you need? They're starting Jackson Dart in that game. What more do you need? That's what their concern is. Their concern ain't gonna be the defense against the Chargers. Their concern will be getting Jackson Dart through that game. So yeah, I'm starting McConkey. Jesse, thank you for tuning in. What we got for Coach? Trade Javonte, Monty, and Rice for Bijan. 14-team, half-point PPR. You're 3-0. You're starting 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and 2 flexes. You have Lamar, Kincaid. Your running backs are A-Chain, Benson. Nice! Hold on. Okay. He just didn't get in the end zone. That's fine. He'll get there. Okay, good pickup on trade. Unless you already had him on your roster because you were smart and you knew what it was going to be this year. I told you. I even made it. I do my own edits, so I'm so sorry. Even though this is live, we probably won't see this episode broken down into 10-minute parts until probably like another couple of weeks because I'm doing all the edits by myself. And this stuff takes forever. And I just got done editing episode 1. And oh boy, did I talk about Connor, because somebody asked me about Connor or Trey Benson, one part of that running back, and I told him that Connor was going to get hurt this year, and in come Trey Benson, and at week 3, it couldn't have been. And I don't know. I'm not praying on the man's injury at all. I pray he gets healthy again. I know football, and Connor for the last 3 years with this team has been 80% of the offense. You're going to get hurt. That's the nature of this game. You're going to get hurt. They have another running back. I've been waiting for this running back to go off. In comes Trey Benson. Yeah. Now, is he startable this week? If you got other running backs that can kind of play above him, I would do that. If he is your only back, good luck. But as long as he's on your roster and you can get that progression so that when it's time to plug and play, he's ready to go. That's gonna be you're gonna love it. You got Monty and Marks. Okay, wide receivers, you got Jetta, Sutton, Egbuka, Rice, Tillman, and Booty. All right, yeah. So you want to trade Javonte, Monte, and Rice for Bijan. Good luck. Good luck. I would tell you A-Chain might be a better giveaway than Javonte. Like you might be able to get away with A-Chain and Monty for Bijan with Rice. But if it were me and I'm looking at this trade, I'm looking at it like, bro, you selling me out. You selling me short. You gonna give me Javonte Williams? I get it. He's playing good football. This is the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have given up 2,758 total yards on their defense. You think they're not going to abandon the run? They don't have on an average bad team, you should be coughing up 1,300 yards on your defense. Based on 300 yards a game for 3 games, based on a running back giving 150 yards against your defense a game for 3 games, that should only come out to 1,350. The Dallas Cowboys have allowed 2,758 yards on their defense. So if it were me and you trying to give me Javonte, I'm finding that trade. I'm dead serious. I'm giving you my honest opinion. I'm saying no. For Bijan, I need somebody else. Give me A-Chain, the only workhorse the Miami Dolphins have. Give me A-Chain. But yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Unless you can finesse it. If you can get away with DeMonte and Javonte and Rice, go for it. But I'm just giving you. If it was somebody smart on the other end, no, my counter would be something else. All right, Carter, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Should I get London or Swift? Running backs are Kyron, Warren, Benson, Swift. Wide receivers are Chase, Evans, Pittman, and Golden. Should I get London or Swift? Don't let what Chicago did to the. Here we go. Boy, the Dallas Cowboys about to make all of y'all lose fantasy football. I promise you, in ways you wouldn't have even thought of, though. That's the thing. Give me a second. Give Coach a second, real quick. I gotta go look at something first. Okay, absolutely not. Look, week 2, that touchdown he had, that was garbage. That was like, look, did you see the score? He was going to get the end zone. They had nothing else. And only like 63 yards off 12 carries. It's horrible. It's horrible. No. We 17 carries for 53 yards. It's horrible. No. 13 carries for 33 yards. No. And they won that game. So, no, we don't want Swift. Don't let the Dallas Cowboys suckiness pull you into something that you don't need. Now, there is somebody that I would say, let me go look at him first because I know this team is struggling, but let's look at his workload. Man, that's the rough one. If you take Drake London, you're going to have to put him on the bench right now. That's what I would tell you. I wouldn't mind it because you got everything else, it looks like, but if you want Drake London, I would take London over Swift, yes. And I wouldn't even play London right now because that team is bad. They didn't put up 0 points. Michael Penix is bad. But I would still take Drake London because he is truly a number one wide receiver. He can handle a double team with no problem. Only thing dude missing is a good quarterback. What we got here? Where Eagle? How we doing today? Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. All right, who should I start at the flex? Sutton or Garrett Wilson? Sutton. Because all of a sudden, I ain't never seen Cortland Sutton have a career that he is having since Bo Nix has been his quarterback. I'm dead serious. If only you knew me prior when Sutton came into the NFL. I wasn't a big Sutton fan. I really wasn't. I felt he always got hurt. I just felt that it wasn't the Cortland Sutton project wasn't working. And then you got Jerry Jeudy, who was coming over there to take over. And I think he kind of fell after his injury with the Broncos. And then now he's traded. He was supposed to be that guy, but it happens. Now, what I will say again, with Cortland Sutton, it's a yes. I will take Cortland Sutton because outside of Indiana, whose defense is really showing people what they can do, against Tennessee, 9 targets. Against the Chargers, who are a better team, and in their division, he had 8 targets. That's very important to pay attention to. This is a division rival. This is you saw the score. The score wasn't but nothing. And he still put up 23 points because he had 6 catches for 118 yards. Did he have one big bomb? Hey, look. He caught it, didn't he? Cortland Sutton loves his quarterback. Cortland Sutton, for the first time in his career, is ghastly over his quarterback. So I would take Cortland Sutton, yes. Boy, if this was 2-3 years ago, you would have had me laughing at you about Cortland Sutton asking that question. And it's just funny how things change so quickly. All right, Broly, what we got for you, boy? Trade Herbert, Chase, and Javonte Williams and get Josh Allen. That is I want to say hell no. I do, but let me see something. Before coach usually gives answers, I like to go look at numbers. 27, 18, 14 against a division rival. He has the Giants next week, who are ass. He has Washington next week, whose defense is pretty subpar. So I'm liking Justin for the next 2 weeks. Let's look at Joshy Boy, Mr. God of Football, fantasy football. 38, 11, 23. To be quite honest with you, my boy, they're about the same. He has New Orleans. He has New England. He has Atlanta. He has a bye week. And then he has Carolina. And then I'm going to say yes. Because I have never seen an easier walk for a quarterback. Here's what I'm going to do, though. I'm not giving away Chase. Oh, if you're going to give away Chase, if you're going to give a 3 for 2 just for Josh, don't do that. Though, again, why? Because Herbert and Josh have the same numbers. What I would do is I would trade for Josh and somebody. Try to get a 3 for 2. If you want to give 3, that's fine by me. Burrow is out for 3 months. I don't really know what Chase is going to do with Browning. I know what T. Higgins is going to do with Browning. I don't know what Chase is going to do with Browning. Javonte Williams has Jerry Jones as his owner. You got to get rid of him. Herbert, again, that's your trade piece. So that's what I would use to get Josh. But the two with Chase and Vontae, try to get somebody off his team like a flex option that you know can get you anywhere between 12 points and up. All right. So don't take anybody high caliber off his team because the whole point is to get Josh Allen, right? What we want to do is a 3 for 2 so that way we're not running short on our roster and having to dive into the waiver wire if we don't need to. All right. If the trade can work in our favor, use it for that way. Alex, how we doing, my man? Thank you for tuning in. All right. Let's see. Hey, man, this is my team. What do you think and what flex do I use? Quarterback, Williams. Barkley is your running back. Cook is your running back. Collins is your receiver. Odunze is your receiver. McBride is your tight end. On the bench, you got Hendy, Parcel, Fannin, JCM, Jones, Coleman, and Benson. Okay. Not a bad bench. Could use a little work. No. Your bench is good. Your bench is fine. It's your starting lineup that needs some work. I don't like Odunze as your receiver. I don't like the quarterback either, to be quite honest with you. You don't have a backup quarterback? You don't need one. Caleb is going to disappoint you here pretty soon. What quarterbacks are in your waiver wire? Because if you have at least a good one to grab, I would do that and don't make no trades. Don't trade with nobody. Not unless you're going to get yourself a receiver. You need a receiver badly. Oh, God, you need 2 receivers. And tell me what receivers are in your waiver wire. So I need to know what quarterbacks you have in your waiver wire and what receivers you have in your waiver wire. All right, who should I flex this week? Myers, Scatterbo, Benson, or BTJ? BTJ ain't been playing too hot. And the offense ain't been playing too hot. I flex Scatterbo. I want to see if he can repeat what he did last week. Give me some Scatterbo. They got Jackson Dart starting too. That's probably who he's going to be dumping the ball off to get away from stuff. So, yeah, give me Scatterbo. I like Scatterbo this week against the Chargers. Big Boss Man, what it do? Thank you for tuning in, boss. Let's see. Who should I start today? Michael Pittman or T-Mac? I'm going with Michael Pittman. Wait. Who are the Colts playing this week? That's the question first. Because Michael Pittman loves his quarterback too. They're playing against the Rams. Rams defense ain't been too bad now. I remember it hadn't been too good. I think they're 1-2 or 2-1. Hey, they're good, but they're Okay, Google. How many passing yards have the LA Rams allowed this season?
On the website statnews.com, they say the Los Angeles Rams have given up 363 passing yards to opponents this season.
Yeah, I'm going Michael Pittman. Let me look at T-Mac real quick. Wait, are you talking about Terry McMillan or are you talking about Terry McLaurin? Because Terry McMillan, no. Terry McLaurin, he's questionable. He suffered quad injury last game for Commanders, leaving his status questionable for week 4 versus the Falcons. If he plays against the Falcons, yeah, I'm starting against the Falcons. If you're talking about Terry McLaurin, if he plays and he starts, I am starting Terry McLaurin against them. He's going to put up probably 17, 20 points in that game. But if it's Tatoria McMillan, no, I'm not starting him. Well, who I would start anyway would be Michael Pittman. Trade London for JSN? You might have to. Again, I have no faith in Michael Penix. And as great as a receiver as Drake London is to me, he's going to suffer this year because his quarterback is ass. I'll pay the fine. All right, James Farley, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Would you trade Sutton, Parcel, and Golf for Rasheed, Drake, London? I'm getting London and Rasheed. No. I'm going to keep Golf because he's a top 5 quarterback right now. I'm going to keep Parcel because Purdy will be back here soon. If you can find somebody else to play in Parcel's place, if you have other receivers, you should be fine. And Sutton, no, he loves his quarterback. No. I'm keeping Sutton. There's nobody. I wouldn't trade either one of those three. Not for Drake London and Rasheed Rice. No, I wouldn't do that. Sorry. As much as I love Drake London, again, his quarterback is ass. He can't throw. Drake London should be getting more than 5 targets a game. Roy, how we doing today? What we got? I have Rome, Garrett Wilson, AJ, and TT. I'm thinking of benching TT and starting the rest of the 3. What's your take? Who Chicago play this week? You have Rome or Romeo? I think you have Rome. They play Las Vegas. Yeah. Vegas is not doing good, bro. And they're at Vegas, and Vegas don't do good at home either. Yeah, I'm staying with the 3. Yeah, absolutely. Rome, Garrett Wilson, and AJ. Because Garrett Wilson is playing against that sorry Miami defense. So, and if Justin Fields is back, Garrett Wilson should have a really good game against that. I have Miami winning, I think. We'll go over that tomorrow. But definitely I would still play Garrett Wilson. So yeah, I would start all 3 of them. Swavey, how we doing, my boy? Thank you for tuning in. Trade Judikins, Benson, and Travis Hunter for A-Chain and BTJ. Yes, absolutely. Hopefully it works. It's a 3 for 2, so hopefully it gets you that. But yeah, only reason why I'm gonna say yes is because Benson is the best player for this group to get A-Chain and BTJ, basically. So hopefully this trade works out for you. George, thank you for tuning in. I'm so sorry. You're not down and out yet, but it's going to be a rough one. It's going to be a rough. All right, you're 0-3. It's a half-point PPR. Daniel Jones is the quarterback. Jefferson, who has another ass quarterback. Terry, Parcel, Golden, Mooney, who has a bad quarterback. Poor Mooney. He can't get away from bad quarterbacks. I'm so sorry for Mooney, man. Wide receiver, he got Chase Brown, Breece Hall, Javonte Williams at running back. Everybody bit on that Javonte Williams train. Oh, why? Okay, do I trade Jefferson and Breece for Bijan and DJ Moore? Bijan, yes. DJ Moore, don't get sucked into one game. Bears still suck. I would like it if he got traded to another team. But he's playing the Vegas Raiders. Then he's on a bye week. Then he goes up against Washington, then New Orleans. Then it's Baltimore, Cincinnati. It's going to be okay. If you trade for, I tell you this: if you trade for DJ Moore, if you go with this trade to trade for DJ Moore, he's going to have an up and down season. Right? He'll have 12, he'll have 8, he'll have 15, he'll have 8, he'll have 22, he'll have 8. You see where I'm going? And it's, oh man, is it storming outside? I like to open the window next door. Sure is. Oh, and open it. I'm a sucker for weather, guys. I'm so sorry. This sounds so beautiful. All right, back to it. So trade away. Yeah, I would do it. One is for Bijan. All of this is for Bijan. And the DJ Moore pickup is you have to be comfortable with the fact that you're not going to get great numbers every week from DJ Moore. If you are okay with that, then yes, I will get rid of Brees Hall, Chase Brown, and Javonte for Bijan Robinson. Absolutely. He's the only one doing anything on that damn team. That quarterback is trash. I use the word trash very fluently or very frequently, so I don't say another word. All right, here we got Fizz. What we got? Would you do Nico Kyron for Bucky and Rashee Rice? Chiefs better offense. Can CJ Stroud keep up Nico production? Is what I'm thinking. No, he cannot. No, he cannot. Look, the Texans are going to have a very bad year. There is nothing good coming out of the season. Their schedule is only going to get tougher, by the way. So if you're trying to get rid of Nico Collins, I don't know why you want Rashee Rice so bad. Like, I don't know why. But if this is the trade you want, yes, it will work. Because you will be getting Bucky Irving is the big thing. That's what we really want is Bucky Irving. But I'm with you. I don't think Nico's production is going to be better because it's not CJ Stroud's fault. The team has nothing. Like there's nothing there. There's no offensive movement. DeMeco Ryan should not have been a hire 3 years ago because he's a defensive-minded coach, but he's not a head coach. And I felt like this was let's bring our boy back home type of deal, and it's not gonna work out right. It's just not. Look at how great the defense has been since he's gotten there, but look at the team since he's been there. Yeah, they've been to the playoffs twice, and right the hell on out of there. They've only won 10 games each year, 9-10 games each year. They've just won the division is why they've gotten into the playoffs. That didn't make them a strong team at all. But winning the division will get you in. It will get the job done. And then they got the job done. But if this is what the Houston Texans look like right now in the DeMeco Ryans, and it's not going to get better. I've said it. No, everybody in R2L reading me for saying what I said, and I'm standing on it right now because look at the Houston Texans. Just because I speak the future from far, far away doesn't make me wrong. You got to follow the breadcrumbs, okay? Sean, my boy, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I'm going with Scotabo. I'm definitely going with Scotabo. Not high on Nico Collins this season. A guy who is 1-2 is looking to trade his Brees Hall and Ladd for my Nico and Niori. What we're going to do here is we're saying yes. Trade accepted. Hit the button. Sorry, sucker. I hope you're not watching. See, this was the damage of having everybody watch me. Because if the sucker was watching me, you just got called a sucker. And then the trade won't happen. So that's the danger of, yes, having everybody watch me. But, sucker, you damn right. I'm definitely making that trade. All right. Ink, how we doing? Thank you for tuning in. Would you trade Lamar, Flowers, Tracy, JMC for Purdy, Bijan, McConkey, Harvey? Yes. Purdy will be fine when he comes back from injury. I'm okay with that. Because you're getting Bijan, McConkey, and Harvey. Those are the three big things. Those are the three big pieces that you're getting, and you're losing Tracy, Flowers, and JMC, who ain't doing nothing right now. So, yes, if this trade is what he wants, definitely, I would definitely make that trade. Even though you guys are trading so early. Jonathan, thank you, my man, for tuning in. Hey, everybody that's tuned in, I appreciate it. I really do. Do me a favor. Follow, subscribe, share, like, all the above. I really appreciate it. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am 0-3, just lost counter. I'll pay the fine. That won't hurt me in my heart. Got offered Adams and Bucky for Barkley. Do I take it? Yes. Bye-bye, Barkley. Look, here's the thing about Barkley. The Eagles are just winning football games. They're not coming out here to put on fantasy numbers. They're not coming out here. They are, be quite honest with you, they're desperately trying everything to not injure themselves. That's how they're playing. If you are not seeing that, when you can be mad at the numbers. You can be mad. Anybody tell you to draft AJ Brown? I'm sorry. I'm going to keep saying that. Did nobody tell you to draft Jalen Hurts? I can keep saying that. They just won the Super Bowl, and they are trying so hard to go right back. They are not doing anything to jeopardize it. They're playing the most minimal football they could possibly play, and they're winning the football game. So yes, get rid of Barkley and get Adams, because again, I said it in the beginning of the season before the season started when he was traded there. Before he was traded, I actually said he needs to go to the Rams and he needed to go. I said the Chiefs, and there was one other team I said he would be a really good fit for. And it's the fact that he went to the Rams. I was ecstatic. I said Matthew Stafford is going to be so happy because they got rid of Kupp and they added in Devontae Adams. Oh my God, that is just beautiful. So he's going to have a great year with the Rams. I got the Rams in the playoffs with 11 wins, and most of that is because they're going to be relying on Devontae Adams, and they're going to be relying on the passing game. So absolutely, that is a great trade. And you're getting Bucky freaking Irving, who is running. He is running for his life for his MVP, Baker Mayfield. I'll make that trade, my boy. Hit the button. Broly, what we got? Mbuka or Keenan Allen to start? I have to go with Mbuka only because Baker Mayfield, they're going to devise stuff to get him open, but Baker Mayfield will be hitting him at least 6 times, at least 8 times for 5 to 6 catches. We're just hoping he can get 80 to 100 yards out of that and a touchdown. Keenan Allen. Let me see something. Never mind. Anyway, I love Ibuka. I do. I really, really do. They could struggle this week without because they do play the Eagles. Okay, so they could struggle this week. But Keenan Allen got that Giants defense. We're going with Keenan Allen. He's going to put up 20 points. We're going with Keenan Allen. I'm so sorry. Nobody else. That's a give me. Oh, yeah. All right, Jonathan. Sit one between Tyreek Hill, Courtland Sutton. Tyreek, bye. Bye-bye. Sit down on the ground. Do you know who Tyreek got to deal with this weekend? It's Saucy Boy. And Saucy Boy is a little upset because last game he kind of got that in a little bit. He a little salty. Sauce adding a little salt this weekend. So Tyreek got to deal with that. And I'm so dead ass. I really feel like I want to pick the Jets this week. Since I have no faith. I know that, look, they have to win. Miami has to win. I feel like they're going to lose to the Jets. We're going with we're going to go with Courtland Sutton this weekend. PPR, absolutely. He loves his quarterback. All right, Jacob Hazen. Jacob, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Aaron Jones got dropped. Should I pick him up? No. He got dropped for a reason. He's trash. I really wish people leave Aaron Jones alone. No, don't pick him up. Let somebody else deal with that headache. What you going to get? 12, 15 points out of him every one out of 3-4 games a week? Like, no. Aaron Jones, no. That's done. There's nothing ever good. Tell me a fantasy league you have won or have lost to because of Aaron Jones. You know why my gray hairs aren't grayer? I'm 41. Right? You know why my gray hairs aren't grayer? I don't lie. I don't deceive people. I tell the truth. You understand? I tell the truth. Aaron Jones is trash. He was trash when he was a Green Bay Packer. Okay. He had Aaron Rodgers who could throw the ball and who could get him in the end zone. That's what he had. He's trash. You understand what I'm telling you? Look, I've been trying to get more grades. I swear to you, my kids don't even drive me crazy. I drive them crazy. I said something crazy at work the other day. One of my damn servers said, Matthew, you're not a real person. It wasn't nothing disrespectful. I was bored. I put the crab dip in the salamander and I walked to the front door and then they met, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm bored. I'm trying to see, it was so slow. I was like, I'm just trying to see if me walking up here to the front door and back, if the crab dip will be cooked by the time I get back. And she looked at me and said, you're not a real person. I was bored. I could cook my ass off when I was bored that day. It was rainy. We didn't get a lot of people in, so I was just doing some other stuff. But anyway, again, I don't have grades that much because, like, my boy, hell out of you. He's trash. No, he's dropped, and he should stay right there on the drop page. Don't touch that dude. Ink, well, we got T-Mac. Or no, don't do Tat. Don't do Tat. I would do Terry McLaurin this week. They're playing against, I want to say, Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. So he should have a better game this week. If he plays. If he doesn't play, you may have to play Tat. But if T-Mac is playing, if he practices this week with his injury, and if he's not on the injury report on Friday, then yes, he will play, and I'm playing Terry McLaurin. All right, who we got here? Traded MHJ and Swift for BJ. Okay, good job. That's fine. Excuse me. That's absolutely fine. Bijan is basically the only person doing anything in that team for the Atlanta. So I am okay with that trade. He's one of the top 5 running back right now. No, BJ. I could be thinking about somebody different. Tracy Gray. You might be talking. You might be speaking about somebody else. I'm not sure you mean McGrady. Yeah, that's a win. That's definitely a win. Absolutely. As long as Brian Thomas, like, my only issue is the Jacksonville needs to figure out their passing game. Like, it's. His first 3 weeks have been 1 reception, 4 receptions, and 2 receptions, and he has played against crappy defenses. Like, real talk, Brian. It's Trevor Lawrence, guys. The faster we realize it's Trevor Lawrence, the faster we can move on from Trevor Lawrence. But it's a good trade because the player is good, and hopefully his production picks up as the season progresses. But Cabernet is a good one too. See, Trey Benson and Woody Marks for Ashton Genty. That kind of trade is if you just really want Ashton Genty that bad. That's what that is. If somebody would take it, because I like Trey Benson, but yeah, because you're not going to get anywhere with Trey Benson and Woody Marks on your team, to be honest with you. So, yeah, it's a good trade. At least you're getting a prolific runner in Ashton Genty. So, and his season will progress himself as he progresses throughout the year. Roy, thank you for tuning in. If I trade Caleb, Garrett Wilson, and D Swift for Josh Allen, is that too much? I do still have TT, AJ Brown, Rome, and running backs I have with Jonathan Taylor, Gibbs, and Jalen Warren. So if you trade Caleb and Garrett Wilson and D Swift for Josh Allen, is that too much? See if you can take one more. See if you can add a receiver from his roster with Josh Allen. It don't have to be a top guy. It could be a bench receiver. It could be a flex. Just see if you can add another receiver. If you could do that, because I'm not big on Rome. I like Rome. I really do, but I'm not big on Caleb. So I don't, you need another receiver, especially if you're getting rid of Garrett Wilson. So to get Josh Allen, yes, try to see if you can make it a 2 for 3. But don't take anybody high caliber because you are asking for Josh Allen. So yeah, see if you can add one more person off of his bench that you like. If you don't like anybody on there, take the 3 for 1, and then you're just gonna have to work out your discrepancies with your team on the waiver wire. Frizz, adding to that question, my wide receivers are Jamar Chase, Nico, Sutton, J-Mo, and Waddle. Let me go back up to that first one real quick. Frizz. Oh, you were the very first question. Gotcha. So you want to get Bucky? But we have Cheese, Nico, Sutton, J-Mo, Waddle. You know what I would do? I would trade out Keon Coleman. I would keep Keon Coleman or Kyron. I would keep Keon or Kyron, okay? But I would add in Jamar Chase. That's what I would add. I would add in Jamar Chase. So it would be Murray, Kyron, and Chase, or Murray. No, keep Coleman and put in Chase. So yeah, you'll be trading away Murray, Kyron, and Chase. That's what you'll be trading away. Yeah, I would keep Keon Coleman just because Josh Allen is his quarterback. Did I skip over your question? I'm so sorry. Let me go back up, Whitty. Let me go right back up. I will find it. I am so sorry. Thank you for pointing it out. Give me 1 second. Let me go find it. Whitty, I'm not seeing your comment. No way, all the way back up to the top. If you can you ask it now? I clicked on everybody's comments. Yeah, Whitty, I'm sorry. I don't have a comment from you. I don't have a question from you. I'm looking. Yeah, the only ones I got from Twitter, I got Broly, I got Neori, I got Bodega, I got Were Eagle, I got Berkey. I got Yasulu. Yeah, I'm sorry, Whitty, I don't have a question, but you can ask it now. You can. I'll be happy to answer it for you. All right, Forever Mighty, Benson, ETN, or Scatterbo for RB2 this week? Scatterbo. I'm going Scatterbo. I do like what he's going up against. They're giving him. They gave him a big role last week. They're gonna ride the train basically. They're gonna ride the Scatterbo train. Starting Trayvon versus Carolina. Risky. Travion versus Carolina. Will Vabro finally play their second round pick? Also outlook on RJ Harvey. Yeah, I'm not sure what Vayro is doing, to be quite honest with you. I'm hoping this week they open it up. It's week 4, and I am hoping for that to happen. It is risky because let me go look real quick. Yeah, it's risky. Vayro's trying to make the next Brady, so it is a risky play for him this week. I am not gonna lie. And when is he gonna find? It seems like he's more concerned with Drake, the development of Drake May. It seems like that's what he's more concerned with. So I'm not quite sure. If you got another running back, I would definitely play. Also, the outlook on RJ Harvey. He's a rookie who wants the ball, and he's gonna get the ball. He just needs to be patient. Again, this is another team that is concerned with the development of their quarterback. So this is why drafting rookie running backs is pretty dangerous. I do if they fall to the 5th or 6th round, but I'm not drafting them like in the 1st, 2nd round or 2. That's too high value where I can grab somebody else that's going to give me real production rather than me sitting here waiting for my 2nd round pick to finally get production because they finally want to get the ball in week 8. I'm already down 5 games. I'm going to lose. The hell? Zach, how we doing? K9 or ETN as the flex? I would go ETN as the flex. Again, one thing we know about ETN is his quarterback is his best friend. He's going to get the ball in any capacity, and he will get the end zone. Typed it in wrong. What do you mean? Oh. I got you. I think I figured it out when I saw BTJ. All right, Fizz. Think I can get away with doing Kyron and Sutton for Neighbors? Ooh, you could. You really, really could, because Sutton loves his quarterback and Neighbors is really good and understands that we understand he's gonna have a better year, hopefully, with Jackson Dart. If people are this person might make the trade because he might not know what's going on with Jackson Dart and the coaching and the quarterbacking of the Giants right now. You know what's going on, which is why you made this question. So I would definitely make this trade and try to get Malik Neighbors. Absolutely. My other running back is from. You killing me, bro? Why was? Okay, he getting all the goal line touches, by the way. So I'm definitely staying away from Trevion right now. Unfortunately, honestly, you can find a way to trade him. That might be your best option too, just so you can get somebody else with more production in right now. I would keep Harvey, but I would try to trade away Trevion. Let's go. Now, y'all see my man Cardo here, right? My man Cardo here is 3-0. Y'all know my man cussed me out when I drafted his team because he had Herbert, and I gave him Herbert. I didn't just say, no, let me skip Herbert, give him this point. No. I said, Herbert available. I'm putting him on his team. You know he cussed me out for that. My man cussed me out. He came at me about his entire team. My coach ain't never played fantasy before. Mind you, I'm over here ghost drafting for him and 5 other people in R2L. But who 3-0? That's what I like to see. My man. Good job, Cardo. I gotta give him shit for it. He gave me shit for it. I gotta give him shit for it. See, that's how you know true friends know how to talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, he came at me in the chat and direct message, but he did not like his roster. I had to talk to him. Calm, Cardo. Trust coach. Trust the process. 3-0 under Herbert, by the way. Okay. Coach know about this fantasy life, guys. I'm telling you. All right. Neighbors owner has Javonte Williams as his RB2. I think Kyron would hook him into the deal. I absolutely think so too, because Javonte ain't gonna do it. Again, as long as Jerry Jones is Cowboys ain't winning nothing, ain't doing nothing, ain't gonna be nothing. So I'm definitely making that so I can get Neighbors. Absolutely. Hey, W's in the chat for Cardo, man. Hey, I appreciate you, my boy. Hey, thank you, my boy. Hey, no apology, Dina. You know we just playing around, my boy. But hey, I really do appreciate that, man. He came on my show and he basically said, Coach, you took care of me. I love that because that's what this show is about. I'm not here for me. Coach's fantasy stuff is over. Like, I didn't have my fun, and I was doing it for years, like 20. I was doing fantasy for a long time. Okay, this is me taking a break. I might do it again one day. You know, Coach pops up out of retirement here and there. You know, if the price is right. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. By the way, I'm dead serious. I went into a league last year, fire pit league when I worked at a pizza place. It was paid in is a paid league. You win first, second, third place money. I won second place. I took an 8-16, no trades, only 2 running backs, and Josh Allen, and I won second place. $140 easy. It did nothing and talked crap the whole season and pretty much said everything that was going to happen with my team the whole season. I'm something nice with it. I'm just telling you. Again, I come out of retirement for that's it. That's it. Other than that, I'm giving all this information to you guys so that you all can win some money. So you guys can win fantasy, hold up them trophies high and rub it in people's faces so them people that got to do them doggone punishments can sit in the dog cage and look at your trophy. Yo, them dog cage punishments be getting me, bro. Roy, my boy, how we doing today? Thank you for tuning in. If Caleb continues to play this well, which will not happen, so don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. It was the Dallas Cowboys. That just shows you how bad the Cowboys are. If you really want to know what Caleb Williams is like, go look at the first 2 games. That'll tell you all you need to know. There's no way he should have lost that game against J.J. McCarthy. He's bad. There's no way he should have lost like that to the Detroit Lions. They embarrassed the Bears on purpose, by the way. No, but let's continue. Are you still low on him and Rome? Yes. Here's why I'm low. And this ain't to talk about nobody, but look, I definitively see more fingernail paints on your fingers than I see you make complete passes. I have seen more of a disgruntled face when things don't go your way than you just having quarterback poise when things go wrong. And I have not seen you handle any form of pressure when you are down and you have to come back in a form or fashion. Now, you could be down 2 touchdowns. You know what Caleb Williams going to do? Well, guys, we did our best. We can go out here and make it look good, but I am Caleb Williams. That's all you get out of him. These. That's it. So, no. There are quarterback 3, wide receiver 3 so far throughout 3 weeks. So I'm still deciding if I do want to trade for Allen if Caleb still this good. Allen is going to the Super Bowl. Where is Caleb Williams going? And if Allen is going to the Super Bowl, he has to have how many wins on the season? How many will Caleb have? You think Caleb Williams is throwing 4 touchdowns? Even. How many? We are going into week 4. Let's just count real quick. We are going into week 4. We got to get to week 17. And there's a bye week in between there, right? How many of those games do you think Caleb Williams had 4 touchdowns and 300 yards? How many? Because he didn't go up against any defenses that allow him to not do that. When you go up against some defenses that do not allow 160 yards. You think he's just going to automatically throw that three? No. See, he went up against a defense that in the first three games alone have allowed 2,758 yards on the team. That was Cowboys. Chicago was a part of that. That train for Chicago was for the end. If Chicago was so good, right? If they put up 31 points, right? Where? How? Where? Not one quarterback, not one receiver had any significant numbers to even attain to that 31 points. He had 4 touchdowns. Did DJ Moore have one? Did O'Doon have one? Yeah, he might have. I didn't see who caught all the touchdowns. I know Swift was out here acting a monkey in this game. So for me personally, I'm taking Josh Allen because I know for a fact I'm getting 12, 13 wins out of Josh Allen. I know for a fact out of those 12 and 13 wins out of 17 weeks and 1 bye week, I might only get 4 or 5 games under 15. Again, I came in second place, and I had him last year, and last year were his lowest stats as a quarterback in his career. He only had 26 touchdowns. He only had 2,900 passing yards, and I got second place. Think about that. Think about that. He didn't even throw for 35 touchdowns, which is his trajectory this year. You think Caleb Williams is throwing 35 touchdowns this year? He might throw for 3,500 yards, sure. He did it last year. But last year, he only had like 26 touchdowns. That's pretty low. Do you think you're winning fantasy football with Caleb Williams as your quarterback for an entire season? Or are you going to keep Caleb Williams in the game every week for an entire fantasy football season? That's the question you need to ask. And if that's a question you can answer, yeah, keep him. Absolutely. That person with Josh Allen, he's headed to the playoffs, though. I know that for a fact. If you have Josh Allen, if you have Justin Herbert, if you have Jared Goff right now, and if you have Daniel Jones, so far you're headed to the playoffs. If you have Caleb Williams, you're probably 1-2, 2-1. I don't think you're 3-0 with Caleb Williams. I don't think anybody's 3-0 with Caleb. You could be, because the rest of your roster could be absolutely amazing. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think so. But for me, I would make the trade for Josh Allen because I'm trying to win a Super Bowl, or I'm trying to win a fantasy championship. And I don't think I'm going to win a fantasy championship with Caleb Williams for 18 weeks or for 15 weeks. I just don't see it happening. Let's see. Ole been cooking lately. They got me starting him this week against the Bills. That's a no. If the Saints are playing the Bills, no. They're going to cut that off. Oh, no, you say you're not. No, I get you. Because you're right. He still scored 22 points against the Bears defense. Absolutely. He still puts up touchdowns. Don't get me wrong. If for fantasy purposes, he has not put up a bad game yet, I don't think. Let me go look. No, for fantasy, anything above 15 points for me is great, to be honest with you. He has Las Vegas next, which is going to be a good game. He has Washington in week 6 after the bye. I think he may struggle a bit, and then he has New Orleans, Baltimore, Cincinnati, the Giants. He's going to, again, it's going to be, that's why I said with Roma, the person that asked about DJ Moore, it's going to be up and down. 1 week you're going to get 15, 16 from Caleb. Another week you're going to get 24, 29. It's going to be, it won't be consistent. As whereas Josh Allen, you're going to stay more consistently at 20 points and above on a weekly basis. Again, did his passing go up? He played 2 division games. He lost both. He went up against Dallas that has the worst defense in the league, and he dropped 298 yards. He was 19 for 28. He's 19 for 30. He's 21 for 35. Again, his numbers are horrible, but with fantasy football, he has fantasy numbers to get you a win. But again, I still trust Josh Allen over Caleb Williams on a weekly basis. Personally, I wouldn't have drafted Caleb. There's nothing on him that I would have wanted on my team. Just picked up the Lions defense to add to this undefeated roster. Ravens defense worse than my Cowboys. Don't get too hooked on that Lions defense though. But just be ready to switch defenses out throughout the week. Defenses, like for instance, it's all about matchups when you're picking a defense for fantasy. It's all about who has the better matchup this week. Now, most defenses you can stay with if you don't mind having 10, 11 points each week, and sometimes 15. That's fine because at least you have a steady above 10 on your points for your defense each and every week, and that's absolutely fine. But most of the time, you want to look for a team that can get you at least 15 plus because they're creating turnovers and they're scoring as well. That's kind of hard because sometimes those teams just get stuck on other people's rosters. Some people will lose a week because that defense is on bye week just so they don't drop their defense. Even after 2 fumbles for Ramondre and 1 fumble from Antonio Gibson, Trayvon still risky. Have they named Trayvon the starter? Until he is the starter for that team, they're going to look at this. 3 fumbles by 2 running backs, and he's not getting the touches. That's what I'm saying. Their focus isn't the run game right now. Their focus is Drake May. That's the issue. It's not that and that's why it's risky because if you're going to get 11 touches, like he's not doing anything for you. And especially if he's not catching the ball in the backfield. So let's look at the week and let's pay attention to ESPN, pay attention to NFL Network. Let's hear what they're saying. If they're giving, let's see, Cardinals plays James Harden on IR, sign offensive tackle Demetri Jacobs to active roster. Okay, so yeah, he's headed to IR. It's risky just because I don't know what type of usage they're going to give him. That's why it's not that he's bad. I just don't know what direction they're going to use him in right now. With those 2 still on the team, fumbling and not losing their jobs. You see what I'm saying? If they're going to name him the starter this week, we could be talking about something a little different. KJ, what's good? How we doing today? What's up, bro? Should I drop Fannin, JR for Ollie Gordon? My tight end is Ferguson. My running backs are Mason, Trey Henderson, RJ Harvey. Wow. I'll be quite honest with you. At this point, with your roster, you might just have to keep Fannin and just go through the motions, my boy. Nah, drop him. He's a productive tight end. Like he's getting the targets. He's definitely getting the targets. But it's just not good. Like it's not good at all. And it's just the Browns aren't good. Yeah, I would drop him. Why? Because most likely, if something pops, you'll be able to pick him up again. So yeah, drop Fan and pick up Ollie Gordon and see how that works for you. Sometimes, and this is the time of the year or time of the week of football where that's what you got to do. Time to plug and play. Time to drop and pick up and figure out if this guy works, and you played bad 3 weeks, you got to go. This is where we make all those adjustments so we can get ready for a week 4 resurgence. Tyler, how we doing, my man? Thank you for tuning in. Which 3 guys would you stash on your bench out of these 5? Christian Kirk, Trey Tucker, Braylon Corum, or Ali G? I would do Braylon, Corum, and Ali G. Those are the 3 guys I would stash. Cook for Genty and Daniels. Yeah, it's a 2-for-1. Why not? It's not a bad trade. Guys getting a running back, you're getting a running back and a quarterback that can run. So I don't see anything wrong with that trade. Josh Allen is my quarterback and Caleb is my backup. Well, then you're fine. So you're fine. What the problem is? I'm thinking you're trying to pick up Josh Allen, like get Josh Allen for like trade for Caleb. No, you got, dude. If I, oh my God, you're gonna give me a heart attack, bro. Seriously, you could have started with that Josh Allen was my quarterback, and maybe you did last week. Maybe I should have known that already. I ain't gonna be on you too bad. Maybe I should already known that. You're fine. Yes, you can play Caleb in Josh Allen's absence. Absolutely. You have to. If that. Golly, I wish I would have known Caleb was your backup. We would have had a whole nother conversation. Yes, you're fine. Your team is fine. You just wanted to hear that, didn't you? So start Judy instead. That's your option. Hey, but you might have to write it on late just to write it out. You 3-0. What can it hurt, to be quite honest with you? I mean, we're not looking. Look, we are not ever in fantasy football to ever go undefeated. Ever. That is not the case. We can't do that. We're here to win a championship. Okay. I personally, over Genty, I would rock Chris Olave. I would go with it. Even if it's against the Bills, he might even get you a garbage time touchdown. But I would definitely go with Chris Olave over Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy has not played good football, and I don't know how long since he's been with the Browns, really. Yeah, what? Good stint, a couple good stints with Preacher Man Wilson when he was there. But other than that, Jeudy has really not played good football. Eight. Trade Lamar, Flowers, Tracy for Purdy, Bijan McConkey, or Kyler, Saquon, MJG, or Hold. Okay, I like Purdy, Bijan, and McConkey. Absolutely. I would trade Lamar. No, Kyler Murray, right? I would trade Kyler Murray. I would trade Saquon, and I would trade Flowers for Purdy, Bijan, and McConkey. I would keep Lamar if I can, but I would definitely trade Kyler, Saquon, and Flowers. That's who I would trade. Keep Tracy as a backup. Might be able to even flex him a couple times this year. But I would definitely go Purdy. I'm trying to get Purdy, Bijan, and McConkey. So Kyler, Saquon, and Flowers. That's what I would trade. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. We have been here for 2 hours. 2 hours, and I am not complaining. But we have another show tomorrow. So I would graciously ask for every single last one of you to come back for the same thing. We got more things. Tomorrow's what, Thursday? So we got to do our picks for the week. And we got to do our start sits in our lineup, our start sits for our lineups for the week. I know a lot of you basically just came in and got started early with Coach. Never anything wrong with that. But that is tomorrow's show as well. We'll be getting into the lineups and everything and getting you guys ready for week 4. So I do appreciate everybody that has tuned in today. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to Coach, follow Coach. If you need to talk to Coach outside of the show, give me 1 second. Let me find my banner. Where are you at? Okay. If you need to talk to me outside of this show, these are my handles where you can find my platforms. You can find Coach at. I'm on Instagram at Fantasy Football with Coach. You can follow me there. You can talk to me on there. You can hit me up and direct message me if you have any fantasy questions throughout this week, getting ready for week 4. Even like I said, the injuries come out on Friday. Hey, Coach, they're saying this person's not playing. What do we do? We talked about it on Wednesday. What do we do now? I'm there for you. I'm dead serious. I will tell you what to do. Give me what you got. Let me see your send me a screenshot of your waiver wire so I can see what's available there. Like we will get you right. Okay. If you want to, you can hit me up on Instagram. You can hit me up on TikTok at Coach Coombs _5. You can hit me up on Twitter X at FFC Coach Coombs. And you can hit me up on Twitch, but that's for a different platform. That's for gaming. However, if I'm gaming on Twitch, which I will be doing in the next I'll be going live on Twitch in the next 10 minutes at Theme Park Gamers. While I'm sitting there gaming, if you have fantasy football questions, I will answer your questions while I'm playing Fortnite. That's what I'm saying. Gotta go do some battle royale. But I will definitely answer your questions while I'm gaming on Fortnite. Okay, guys. I am here for you throughout the week, even when the show is not going on. Okay. We're here to win. I'm trying to get everybody in a championship as best as I can. Okay. So please tune in each and every week to coach. All right. So I will be back tomorrow again at 9:30, hopefully at 9:30. I'm trying to make it 9:30. It keeps getting pushed to like 9:50, 10 o'clock, but hopefully we'll be back at 9:30 tomorrow morning. And we're doing coaches picks for the week. And we're doing start sits lineups, and we're doing any waiver wire pickups we can look at, any sleepers that I can find for you guys. I will let you guys know that tomorrow as well. So we will have a wonderful show ready for you guys tomorrow. I thank you. Coach loves you. I'm out.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.